But you can't reach it now.
And oop.
Okay. So, you went on a girls' trip to Vacaville, California, the home of outlets and movie theaters.
And the Nut Tree.
And the Nut Tree. Restaurants, food. The Jelly Belly Factory. You went down there for a night. You did some shopping. You saw Barbie. You ate. But more importantly, I was alone, honey. Well, I had Len. It was me and Lennox versus the world. But we rarely spend nights apart. Probably a few days when I visited my parents.
Yeah, very rarely have we spent a night apart.
Yeah. You left at 9 a.m. because traffic to Vacaville, it's about 33 miles down there. But traffic starts backing up in West Sac at 9:15, 9:30. It gets worse. So you left at 9 a.m., but by the time you got there, it was nearly an hour to get there. So you left like right at the perfect time. And we checked all the traffic patterns. It was we're doing forensics on Google Maps on the best time to leave. I was lost without you, honey. It's more than a Robin Thicke song. I miss you forcing me to tell me to read. But I did miss our team, our duo.
You and I thrive on our routine.
Yeah.
And we stick to our schedule and our routine and our habits. And we both love that. So it was really weird to not be doing that for a weekend.
Yeah. Like we move in unison. It's and we go, but we have each other. We have we're our best teammate. So what was I to do 24 hours by myself?
I'm not sure I want to know.
Well, first off,
And oop.
Well, first off, I started threatening to throw stuff out. So I go down to the garage, and I'm like a crabby old surly old man. I start, what is this? What is this doing here? We don't need this. This can go. No one has seen this. So I started looking in our storage, our little annex in the garage, and I my impulse is to throw stuff out, and I'm like, this stuff could go because it doesn't get used, and you wouldn't know it. I wouldn't have to say anything.
I would eventually notice after a couple of years.
Hear no evil, see no evil. We have a kite. And why do we have a kite? When's the last time you played this kite? And it's a sizable kite.
It's brand new. It's never been opened.
Really?
And I've had it for years.
Yeah.
And I am going to use it.
Yeah.
I really want to. I love kites.
I know. I saw it. I was like, we should bust this thing out. But and a park is 200 steps from our front door.
We need a windy day.
It's windy right now. The trees are a-swaying. But I was like, this kite. Well, because things began bothering me.
Oh no, Vince left alone.
My woman wasn't with me. Lennox's fishing pole. Now listen, Paul Lewis and Alan Fisher took Len fishing, and it was fabulous. We got some lovely pictures, and it was a good time. It was a good experience for him. But it sits in our annex, and a fishing pole is difficult to store because it's very floppy, and it's got the fishing string, fishing line, and it has a hook. So like when to hook to put into a fish mouth, a fish cheek. So you got this hook, you got this wobbly fishing pole. And I'm like, what? Why? Why is this here?
We also have a little lake 2 minutes away that
Yes.
people are always fishing at.
Yes.
So take Lennox there.
This is really a reflection on me, on our parenting. The Xbox. Now listen, Len used to play, and Luna used to play Minecraft on it fairly regularly when our tour love affair first began a few years ago. But now it sits in the garage, and there's games, there's controllers.
There's a fighting game we used to play.
Yeah.
Now I want to bring it upstairs and plug it in.
Yeah.
Because we used to have fun on that thing.
You beat me at it.
Yeah, you sucked at it.
Yeah, you beat me at it. I was like, yeah, beat this woman. I'm a real man playing this video game. And we played, and you beat me at it, and I left. And this is when we were living apart. But I left it off. Like, what? how did she beat me at? I'm not very good at video games, but you took my manliness away from me, honey. But it sits there in the garage. And I factory resetted it. I erased all the data so it could just easily go into the trash. But it sits. I don't.
Much like the kite, we're going to bring that thing out and put it to use.
A kite, a fishing pole, and Xbox sounds like a good time. Do we want to give it away? I don't even think because it's an old Xbox. It's not even the previous generation. It's previous. So I don't think you could even give it away at this point. Do we have any plans with it?
We have no plans except to let it sit in our garage.
And then there's a box of chocolate banana popsicles, which you purchased, honey, in the freezer.
We've only had those for a couple weeks.
How many have been consumed?
I've eaten a few.
Lennox and Luna have turned their noses up at them. I refuse to touch them. I mean, they look like they're part of like the Ice Cream Man truck. You see it on the side of the sticker, and you go, "I don't want that. I want the Astro Pop."
You guys are crazy. Banana fudge popsicle.
It's good.
It's a great combination. Yeah. I've just been I eat one every like 4 to 5 days. I'll eat one.
Okay.
Because it's just a special little treat.
Okay. Well, okay. It's taking up space.
I'll eat all of them tonight.
I was an angry man. I do want to try one. So what did I do? I got Len McDonald's. I got him a 10-piece McNugget, large fries, small chocolate shake.
And oop.
I had to do our grocery shopping by myself, honey. It was a horrifying experience.
I was stressed out for you.
Yeah.
I was worried about you picking things out.
Yeah.
And
You did give me a list for Grocery Outlet Bargain Market, and I picked up a few things extra, which we usually get just because I saw them. But I didn't spend too much money. I didn't go wild. I didn't go crazy. But the most noteworthy thing is that our favorite cashier, Carla, so how we usually do it is you do the chit chat with her.
Back to our routine.
Yes.
We stick to our routine at the grocery store too.
Yeah.
Always, every week. I go up and chat with Carla while you put the food on the little belts.
Yeah. You're the quarterback and I'm the offensive lineman. And those are our roles. But this time I had to talk with Carla directly while unloading the cart.
Wow.
This is madness.
Multitasking.
What kind of animals live like this? But Carla's always up for a good chat, and she brings up she says, "Hey, are you watching the women's soccer?" And I'm sort of aware of it that's happening right now. And I said, "Not really, but I know what's going on." She said, "Oh yeah, they beat Vietnam last night." And I said, wait. Now, if you're just joining us, I'm half Vietnamese. So I was like, oh.
Where's Carla going with this?
Yeah. Oh, I know where she's going. And then I was like, oh yeah, they beat Vietnam. Who cares? And then she said, yeah, I'm surprised that little country even has a soccer team. And I said, okay, listen here, bitch. I passed it off. I was like, America. My pronouns are USA. Xenophobia, am I right, Carla? And then I also watched Pulp Fiction, which is a fantastic movie. It still hits to this day. It's so well done. Such good filmmaking. And then I tried to watch Asteroid City, the new Wes Anderson. I got 3 minutes in. It's just the concept is confusing. It's a television broadcast of a play that takes place somewhere in the desert. And I was like, why? Just Wes Anderson, just have people show up to the desert and start being characters, and let's get the plot going.
Do you like any, what's his name?
Wes Anderson.
Wes Anderson movies.
I liked that one movie, Election, and Reese Witherspoon's in that. And then I liked Moonrise Kingdom, which had the young girl and guy.
You didn't like Royal Tenenbaums?
No.
Oh, I liked that one.
No, not really. No. But I check out his stuff here and there because he's so quirky and he's so hipster.
It's visually fun.
Yeah.
Aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah. But I couldn't even get past it. This is a TV broadcast of a play that's happening in the desert. Like, what? It's so... what I was like, whatever. Like, why do you have to make it this difficult? He makes it difficult so like he has something going on, or like, ooh, this is like really deep, man. This is like 6 levels going on here, but really it's crap. It's crap. It's nonsense. Yet it's star-studded with Tom Hanks and Scarlett Johansson and on and on and on. Who cares? I got 3 minutes into it. I was like, whatever. I also organized my tools in our garage, honey. I had a messy panoply, or is it a tapestry of tools? And I just sort of, why do I have 4 hammers? I don't know. But what I do is I buy like these little toolkits throughout the past 15 years of my life. I'm like, I need a new toolkit, or I lose a tool, or something breaks, or I misplace a tool, whatever. So I buy like the cheap $20 toolkits. So now I have 4 hammers, 4 different toolkits, a ton of Allen wrenches that I don't need. But I was a real man.
Did you get rid of some?
No.
Oh.
I should. Right after the kite, honey.
Okay.
The kite goes, and then I'll get rid of 2 of my hammers. I also took care of cobwebs. So we live in a 3-story condominium, and on our windows, spider webs, cobwebs on the outside, they pop up out of nowhere. They get thick. Frankie is fascinated by them, and that brings bugs into his life, and he tears apart the screen. That's a whole nother story. So I have this like giant Q-tip, and it goes up to 30 feet. You can extend it, and I just go out every few months. I just go outside of our little condo, and I just use that thing to swipe at cobwebs. And I was doing it shirtless.
Ooh.
Because it was hot yesterday, and I was sweaty from just hanging out in the garage, being a real man, listening to NSYNC. But Lennox was like, why aren't you wearing a shirt? And I said, listen, I'm out here. I'm giving the neighbors a show. You can look, but you can't touch, Debbie, okay?
Every neighborhood has to have that one topless, shirtless dude walking around his front yard.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's me. And I'm proud to be that person. I also went into Peacock, which is a streaming platform, primarily NBC stuff, lots of Bravo stuff too. And I changed my gender. You can go in there because it's all about your demographic, honey. They want to give you ads. That's what's very important. After all this Twitter and Threads and Facebook and TikTok
and
Instagram and Facebook and on and on and on. It's all about ads. It's all about entertainment. But you can go into Peacock and put in your gender, which I thought was interesting. But I went into Peacock to change my gender because for fun.
Why not?
Male, female, decline to state, which I like. But then they also had non-binary, which I thought was something. They didn't have incel or beta, which is what I am. So I will be hopping on Twitter to hopefully cancel them. I also bought a blanket for $11. I started shopping. I only bought a blanket, but I was like, I want to buy new razors, and I want to buy new earbuds, and I want to buy shoes, but it was a bunch of add to cart, remove from cart, save for later nonsense. So goes
that fun cycle.
Yeah. It's been going on for decades in all of our lives, thanks to e-commerce. But I did buy a blanket, $11 Eddie Bauer red blanket.
Ooh, Eddie Bauer.
Yeah, and I'm sure once it gets here, Lennox will take control of it, take possession, and we'll never see it again. And then I did go to the gym. I did a shoulder press, 5 reps, 115 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, I could have done 110 pounds, but treat myself right. I deserve it.
I worry about you not having a spotter.
Yeah. Well, I don't push myself too much. It would be bad if I didn't have a spotter, and I needed a spotter.
Sometimes we're in the gym together lifting, and I look over at you, and you're straining, and I get really nervous because there's no way I could help you out maybe I could roll a dumbbell off your face or your chest.
You could call the popo for me. You can call the ambulance again. But I was pretty proud of that. I'm going to do 135. I'll try to do it. once, maybe twice.
I'll spot you.
You can spot me.
I got this.
Okay, you on one side, Kathy Bailey on the other. But in Bakabil, honey, you went to the famed outlets there, and there's an Abercrombie and Fitch outlet, and I instructed you, and I said, if you see some shorts that say Abercrombie on them, but not in an obnoxious way, like not in like 48 bullet point font, because like I don't need the FUBU version of Abercrombie. But if it says Abercrombie subtly, because I need that brand recognition for my confidence, my self-esteem. And you did get me a pair of Abercrombie shorts that says Abercrombie in small font on the side for $40. I thank you very much for those.
My pleasure. Why are the only color choices for Abercrombie white, black, dark blue, and gray? What's up with that?
Yeah.
It's such a boring palette. And like the funnest, best choice I could get you was the blue.
Yeah.
So I did. Are you happy with the blue choice?
Yeah, absolutely.
Why don't they have some red, some deep purple?
I don't know.
Some magenta?
They used to have that stuff. They used to be like wild with their designs and outrageous, but still preppy. But yeah, well, do you want to bring back the racist Tu Wong laundry T-shirt or whatever?
That's a dark period in Abercrombie history.
I think they're staying as low key as under the radar
as boring as
possible.
possible.
Yes. So here's some gray. Here's some more blue. And then you did see the Barbie movie, honey. What'd you think? Thoughts, feelings, comments, reflections?
I absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
I've been enjoying the lead up to this, all the press and the promotional stuff.
The marketing on this movie has been just unbelievably good. Like, just like a lesson in marketing 101. Yeah, how they just have captured the fancy of the nation, the world.
So much fun. However, my expectations were really low going in. I didn't know what to expect, really.
Yeah. Well, I told you, I was like, it's PG-13, and you were like, really?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
There are some dark tones or whatever.
So I ended up really loving it. I laughed out loud a bunch of times.
Yeah.
I cried multiple times.
Really?
It was funny. It was emotional. It was really, the world was really pretty.
Yeah.
Like it was so like you're in a plastic Barbie world.
Yeah.
It was colorful.
Yeah.
The casting was great. Ryan Gosling was so good as Ken.
Yeah.
And Margot Robbie is wonderful. I thought Will Ferrell was funny.
Yeah.
It was just fantastic. I want to see it again.
Cool.
It was great.
Yeah. Yesterday you said, no, wait, you saw it last night. And today you said, Vince, if you want to go see Barbie today, right now, I will go. And I was like, I don't really want... I mean, I want to see it, but I don't want to pay to see it. I definitely want to check it out when it hits streaming the internet. Well, honey, are we done? I mean, that was my day without you. I threatened to throw stuff out. I didn't really throw anything out.
You're all talk.
I'm a big talker, Betty Crocker. But I mean, we do need to go through stuff.
Okay, fine. We will. We'll throw out anything that's expired or that we know we're not going to use within the next 5 years.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah. Because space is a premium in our tiny 1,500-foot condominium. So either we start throwing stuff out or you never leave me again, honey. Alrighty. Well, are we done, honey?
Yes.
Okay. We're done. Oh, boy.
And oop.
Speak up.
Is that going to sound okay?
It's going to sound like crap.
Where's the microphone?
Right here.
Oh.
Yes, sir. This reminds me, last night we hopped on the phone. You called me or I called you, whatever. And like, we couldn't figure out the video call. We were like two 70-year-olds, like, what does this button do? I'm not seeing you. Are you muted? Where's your picture? How do you do this? And then like at one point you hit a button and then my picture disappeared for you. And what's going on? What's going on? A few more notes. I started a blog. It's on Medium. I don't know if I'll do another one. I'll include a link in the show description, I guess. Just because I want to get into writing. I mean, I miss writing, but it's extremely difficult. I was sitting there with writer's block, like, where do I even start? And I haven't done it in so long. But that's something, and I was weighing Medium versus Substack, and I think, in my opinion, Medium just has better discovery. And Substack is if you want to monetize people. I don't care about making money. And it goes through email. Like, I hate reading emails. I hate the few Substacks that I am subscribed to. I hate reading them in my email. Anyways, I shaved my chest, honey. It was very important while you were gone. I bought you flowers this morning at Walmart.
Yeah, when I walked in the door from getting home from my trip, I was greeted by you at the top of the stairs,
Yay.
bouquet in hand.
Yeah.
It was very romantic.
There's a cheap bouquet. There's three cute, pretty little sunflowers. Frankie hasn't made haste of them yet.
He'll knock it over as soon as we go to bed.
Yeah, can't wait. I didn't drink. I considered we have some beers around as usual, and I wanted to drink, but then I thought, well, that would just make me more sad since I'm not with my woman. So what's the point? Lennox watched Avengers Endgame. And then speaking of Lennox's McDonald's, he housed the nuggets and chocolate shake, but his French fries, there's like 20 French fries that remain. And the first step in leftovers is putting them in the microwave so Frankie can't get to them. And so we don't have to dirty Tupperware. So 20 French fries sat on a plate in the microwave for about a day, for literally 24 hours. And then you move them into the sandwich bag, which is your customary move to save Tupperware. Although getting stuff out of a bag can be problematic.
Well, you boys left the fries on the plate with this crusty 24-hour-old ketchup.
Ketchup, yeah.
So I had to wash that plate.
I'm innocent, Your Honor. But it's been 30 hours since I purchased, and by the way, it's my money. Okay, I'm out here paying. I spent that paper. It's been there for 30 hours. May I have his fries? May I have the fries that I purchased that he hasn't eaten for 30 hours and are crusty and musty and zesty at this point?
He says he's going to eat them.
What if they sit there till Thursday? What about 6 months? What about 10 years?
I have a confession. Yeah. I tried to eat one, and it was like biting into a rock stick. I couldn't even, so I threw it away.
You didn't heat it up?
No, I just ate it cold.
Well, darling, you know what? But the other day we had leftover carne asada, and I warmed some up because I was eating some. But you just grabbed it out of the Tupperware cold
with my bare hands, and it was fabulous.
You were like a K woman. I know that stuff is so good. Okay, I think that's it. All right. Well, that's the addendum.
Okay, bye.
Link in show notes. Patreon, OnlyFans, Omegle. Bye.
And oop.
Oh, and one more note. So I'm keto now, and I've been keto for about a week, and it's a lifestyle. Let me tell you, it's a way of life. It really is. And so what I did last night, my move was that we have a bunch of sliced pepperoni. I threw them in the toaster oven for more than 5 minutes, less than 10 minutes, because they started to smoke, and I thought the smoke alarm would go off. So they crisp up, and they were fantastic. Lennox had a couple; he enjoyed them, and there's a bunch of grease on the aluminum foil on the sheet pan from the toaster oven, and I thought, dude, you're eating pepperoni. It's crispy. It's a good time. It's hot, and all the fat is on the aluminum foil, much like what, honey? George Foreman.
Oh, crap.
George Foreman, you knock out the fat. So I thought this is a good little snack. It's keto. Did I mention I'm keto? And it's less calories because you're draining out all the excess portliness. Alrighty. I think that's it.
Follow Vince for more health tips.
Yes. Follow me on Medium, or don't. Do whatever you want. You're a grown up. Make your own decisions. Do what's best for your fam.
And oop.
We got chicken.
Is that crispy, juicy, tender? I can't eat no longer. And oop.